What is the version of Phoenix Rising? And air progression is based on post-Clone War units. It's set like immediately after the Clone Wars up till I think you said Shadowhand was the latest GC you currently have.
Yeah, in terms of history, but the technology goes up past that. So effectively, it's like from era -1 through to era 5, if you think about it in ICW terms. But in Phoenix Rising terms, it's more about the technology than the story eras. The story eras are represented by historical campaigns.
Invasion commencing.
Alright, so we're finally going to take Garki.
What? Moving out.
Choose your reinforcements.
Underway.
Let's go. Destination set.
I'm going to leave Kreb. He's not going to come in space, or come on ground. It's a bold,
yeah, he would
bold
actually.
play.
So a possibly little known thing about Starfighter Heroes is that if you have air speeders, they do provide buffs to air speeders. So if you have a lot of air speeders, it can be worth bringing a Starfighter hero down and plopping them in a transport so that he can give buffs to the air speeders.
Give me a target. Who's the target?
To quote my own advisor droid,
Ready.
infantry are
Yes,
slow, bring
Commander.
transports.
What do you need?
I just want to make sure nothing gets immediately blown up when they go over the hill for whatever reason.
Copy. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were utilizing tactics to your
Ready.
advantage.
Need something.
Yeah, they can all get in now.
I haven't been doing enough droid advising.
Consider it done.
Oh well.
Your orders?
I figured
Moving
most of it
into
out.
position.
Kill the enemy
Roger
units,
that. Form up.
that kind of thing.
Right away, sir.
Choose your reinforcements.
Reporting in. Let's go.
Ah, look at them building AA. They probably saw Kreb and got scared.
Target acquired. What are your orders?
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, that's not going to do much.
This is all just going to be infantry, I think, because it's just the barracks they have. Yeah. A few barracks is.
That. Repeat the order.
I'm glad to see them building bunkers at least. They weren't really building
Systems
Awaiting
operating.
bunkers very much
Copy.
for a while, so I'm glad they're actually doing that now.
Opening fire on the
I
enemy
copy.
now.
Kill the T4As. You guys can run over stuff.
Commencing attack.
Orders understood.
Oh, they actually did have a vehicle factory.
Enemy in sight.
Makes
Activating
sense.
Yeah, they've just finished building a heavy vehicle factory when you landed, I think.
We are ready and waiting.
Reporting.
All for me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you could have reversed. You would have hit it.
This
Unless
way.
you were specifically trying not to run them over, in which case, get out of my army.
Attack that target.
Transport here.
Need someone taken out. Weapons loaded.
Transport ready. Over there. Acknowledged. Destination set. Proceeding.
No, you don't need to stop.
On my way.
I'm clicking past them.
Moving out.
You have my permission to drive over them.
As you wish.
Yeah, so the thing about the Juggernauts is that I think
Copy that.
I need to adjust their kind of turn-facing. They have some turn-facing thing, which means that they try to rotate first before they move,
Juggernaut
Yeah.
ready.
instead of going in an
Armored
arc.
transport
And I need to
ready.
look into how that's set up,
Almost there.
because it's annoying as hell, as you may have noticed.
Ready. Yes, Commander. Armed and ready.
We're almost ready for an orbital bombardment,
Where's the job?
so we can blow stuff up.
What are your orders? Heading out.
Okay, just like drive through here a bunch,
At your
randomly.
command.
That's all I need from you.
Roger that.
They seem to be doing okay at that.
Awaiting orders. Weapons armed.
Form up. Right away.
One more T4A, and then I think we'll destroy the
Copy.
factory
I
first.
copy.
I'm gonna get you out of there.
Reporting.
Maybe you as well.
Yes, sir.
Where am I needed?
Transport here.
Awaiting orders.
That reminds me, I need to change these factories to put out T3As instead of T4As, because T4s aren't unlocked until Tech 2 now.
Bombardment incoming.
Well, Tech 1, kind of. It's weird.
Juggernaut
Okay,
ready.
there goes the barracks.
Moving to attack.
So no more infantry.
I didn't get that.
T4 is gone.
Armored transport ready.
Oh, they're actually... Some of them are running away. Deserters. Let's highlight them.
So Hayden's asking about the CSA EXO, which is their leader, and we have a special mechanic around them. That unfortunately hasn't been fixed yet. It takes a lot of...
Who's the target?
There's a lot of scripting behind that that isn't quite working as I expected it to, so I need to do some troubleshooting with that and fix it. But the CSA are getting some other heroes in the near future. I just haven't coded them in to be buildable yet, but they will get some
Let's go.
additional heroes that aren't just the basic EXO.
I'll take him out.
Targeting.
Something in the AW is not working how you expected?
What?
Alright, so Garki is finally ours after...
Ready and waiting.
I think that's been the major push of the last hour and a half. So, we've made progress.
You've actually got to fight the rebels instead of just independents, so that's good.
Moving out. Targeting systems
We
are
are
online.
victorious.
We are victorious. Thank you for noticing. Alright, so now we have Thrawn building. We have some dreadnoughts in our fleet. We're upgrading our dreadnoughts and
Control
acclamators.
achieved.
Life is good. We're gonna have a barracks soon. No, we already have. Never mind.
Enlisting soldiers.
So I'm gonna check out Orbanier, Aris, not Taurus, and we can probably take Veggie soon. So the PA is back on track, just without Kane. And who cares about Kane?
It's funny if you'd kept it. If you'd kept him, you would have got potential. I forget if I've coded the Reaper in, but that was a possibility. I think
Yeah.
I might not have coded it in though. So
Ooh, I should deck
Enlisting.
Phrygia.
Training troops.
Orbanier change from Independent to Rebel Alliance. So I think that was one of the ones we were looking to check out. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna go for the risky play.
Ahead.
I know what you're
bold
thinking.
move.
Everything else I do is so just well thought out and never risky. But going for it this time. Buckle up, everyone.
Tactical battle imminent.
Ha. Can you make a video on how to make your units like the Patreon? Yeah, I do plan to do that at some point. Probably soon, because the RimWorld playthrough didn't last as long as I thought, and I already had like 5 playthroughs going, so I didn't want to do too many extra videos, because there was already 2 videos a day. But since all my Twi'leks died, spoiler alert.
wow, Corey loses for real though.
Well, my most useful Twi'lek got the plague and died, so
Fallout.
I decided the colony was lost. He was also our doctor, so if anyone else had gotten sick, it would have been okay.
The one doctor got an illness and died. Right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like RimWorld.
Orders, sir.
He was force sensitive too. Lost a good Twi'lek that day. Do you watch Cory in the House while you were in a house? Because that would be. I hate that show so much. That ruined. I already didn't like My Name,
Ready
and
for
then
command, sir.
that show just made it even worse.
Let's move out. Awaiting orders.
Aw, come on, rebels. Get scared. Well, more accusants are getting away.
We have
But
to fight another day.
was that intentional? Because I think I can start making a list now if it is.
Oh no, it wasn't completely intentional. Just slightly intentional.
Okay, so I think that still counts. Alright, let's wait for that. Oh, no, that's a rebel building. That's not mine. I'm not going to wait for that to finish. Do I want to do Walker Factory?
Building
Station
start.
ready.
I want to do 2 Walker Factories. 3 Walker
Building under
Factories.
construction.
And a research facility?
Building under construction.
Then you can get those sweet ATTEs going
Beginning construction.
with their completely non-janky animation.
Check out... What do you got here? Some units. I'm actually going to invade with that. They'll have a chance to take RP. Ooh, they have homing spider droids. Very Clone Wars.
It's those crazy separatists.
Moving
I'm
out.
going to send them over to Garki. They're going to defend that for us. And...
Vehicle
Wait,
in
no, you're not to
production.
level 2 yet. I'm not done the research, so I'm going to wait.
Invasion commencing.
Why did I hate my... I don't know. I just... When I was signing up for... I changed schools in grade 6 because I got into this
Choose
program
your
thing.
reinforcements.
And I was thinking about signing up under my middle name, or registering under my middle name.
They're in this direction.
Then this channel would be called Michael Loses.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Armed and ready.
Maybe it would have been Michael Wins. Oh, those poor...
This way. What are your orders?
It's like running over a field of grasshoppers or something.
Acknowledged.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh, the over races. Oh no.
Destination
Oh,
set.
jeez.
I feel bad almost.
Ready. Weapons loaded. Hit 'em hard.
The best thing is when they literally, like, they overshoot and they run into the Juggernauts, and the Juggernauts are just sitting there and they just explode, because that's how Empire War
At your
works.
command.
That's hilarious in a
Proceeding.
kind of disturbing way.
Eckhart guessed it right. I was gifted AF. I mean, it could have been French immersion or something.
Moving out. As you wish. Right away.
So many
Awaiting
people
orders.
in the
Copy
gifted
that.
class had some
Copy. Heading out.
hygiene
Going.
issues that I really hope they
Let's
addressed
go.
before high school.
Keep going. This way. I copy. Over there.
Right away,
Reporting.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't think it's a mandatory thing to change your name if you go into gifted or French immersion. I thought about going into French immersion.
Transport here. Attack!
Then I'd probably be better at French.
Fire!
I'd hope.
Open fire!
Ho ho.
That's the first thing you learn.
Attack that target!
Copy.
I mean, technically I learned French at GCSE level in the UK, but
Transport
how much of that
ready.
stuck is like,
Attacking target!
bonjour, comment ça va?
Fire at
Stuff.
will!
Your
I think
orders.
stuff is English.
Heading out,
But
sir.
we do French from, at least in Ontario, we did French
Juggernaut ready. Acknowledged.
from grade 4 to grade 9. It was mandatory. Then it was a class you could take in like 10, 11, 12. But there were also programs where certain schools in any given district had a French immersion program where you could do everything in French, pretty
Yes,
much.
Commander. Armed and ready.
Exciting stuff. I mean, makes sense in Canada.
Reporting in.
But the gifted program thing was like,
Target acquired. Commencing attack. Weapons armed.
there's some standardized testing in grade 3, and if you do really well on it,
Moving to
then,
attack. What are your
or if you
orders?
score a certain way, you get
Destination set.
tested some more, and then they want to put you in this other class for 3 years,
At your command.
and you do some other
On my
stuff,
way.
like extra stuff.
Awaiting orders.
The enemy has been
I think they stopped it the year, like 2 years after I finished with it, so it's not around anymore. It got cancelled.
System control achieved.
Were you the cause of the cancellation?
Probably. I was one of the people who made Thrawn's Revenge. Fun fact. I mean, a lot of stuff I do when I leave, it gets canceled. No. What happens is, I go to schools, and then the year after I leave, they really just upgrade all the playgrounds. Which hasn't been a problem for a while, because I'm 26 now. But when I was a kid, this bothered me greatly.
But now they've got a swing and slides.
Destination confirmed.
Before we just had a roundabout.
Didn't have a roundabout. What kind of swanky schools are you going to?
I mean, I
Weapons
didn't have one either, but, you know, I'm thinking of things you upgrade from.
We got like a tetherball poles, something with a weird plastic hoop at the top. It was kind of like a basketball net, but had the 3 sides that the ball can come out. Got one of those after I left. Like, I actually, when I was living in Niagara, I lived very close to the school I went to in grade 4 and 5. And I would care more about giving that away before I left, because I don't live there anymore, so don't try to track it down. But
Looks like Thrawn has finished building, and also you could have sent Branday in with that fleet as well.
Battle imminent.
yeah, does he have a ship yet? I didn't check.
Branday will get a ship if you research Star Destroyers. So basically, if you research Star Destroyers as the Empire, you can almost immediately just start upgrading all of your heroes to actually have ships. But if they have the stealth icon, they almost certainly do not have a ship.
Yeah. What did your parents upgrade to after you moved out? Not having me live with them. That was their upgrade. Did we? I think I knew you were Canadian from watching
Standing by.
your videos, or maybe from Twitter. But I don't know if we talked about it. Alright, so I'm just gonna wait here for them to... No. Alright, this is gonna be a risky one. Because they had a pretty big stack.
I did double the range on 50% more range on static stations, so they weren't completely worthless. But
Living Toronto
the
sounds
golden one
awful.
isn't too dangerous.
Well, there was a pretty big stack. I'm not sure how many were like transports and how many were just the actual larger ships. So we're gonna find out.
And what's the worst that could happen?
Could have to move to Toronto. I guess it depends which part you live in, but it's all really expensive. So that's a big impediment. I can deal with Ottawa levels of big city, but which isn't really a big city, it's just more of a city than Niagara Falls. But Niagara was awful. It was just tiny, couldn't get anywhere.
Copy.
And I didn't even live in like Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls, there's a village, I guess just south of Niagara Falls called Chippewa, and that's where I lived.
I copy.
Oh, that sounds awful. We thought of making mods for Men of War Assault Squad 2. I've never actually played it. I have it, and I'm going to play the Star Wars mod that exists for it, but no, I haven't thought about modding it myself.
So I'm going to say this is one of those things where, for those people who want to micromanage their ships a bit more, most ships in Phoenix Rising have different speeds.
Cruiser here.
So if you give them different orders to different locations, the fast ships will get there quicker and so on, and we'll leave the slow ships behind. That may be a good thing for you, that may be a bad thing for you, but pay attention if you have some very, very slow ships in your fleet, because they can slow everything down a lot.
IPV reporting. Attacking.
I just don't want anything to blow up on its own.
Eyes reporting in.
I mean, that's fair. You don't want to act like the AI.
Awaiting instructions.
Yeah, same if you ever make it to Ottawa. Bob here, and it's Montreal you're going to? We're going to go get
Yep.
educated. I'm invited to the conference, right?
No. I mean, it's
Okay.
not a conference in Montreal, just visiting the university.
Reporting.
Ready for
I mean, you
command.
can probably go and buy the university if you want, but
Copy.
I mean, it's just a university. You've been to universities. You know what they're like.
Enemies incoming.
TIE squadron standing by.
Orders.
Right, anyway, I need to head off now. It's been
Alright.
fun. Good luck on your battle. Don't get destroyed by all these droid starfighters.
That sounds
But
like
it'll
a
be
good
pretty
plan.
funny if you do.
Thanks for coming out, Bob. I believe you said you'd probably be available for most of these streams, at least for the first parts of them. So
Yes,
that could be a
for
regular
the first
feature.
hour or so of most of them. So yeah, I should see you next week.
Changing course.
See you, Bob.
Intercept.
We've lost the shield generator.
Do Canadians like apologizing, or does the government force them to it? I like apologizing. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
Acquiring time.
Okay, where are the IPVs?
Awaiting command.
IPVs come over here. There's so many droid starfighters.
Reporting in.
This dreadnought, I'm gonna try to move that back a little bit, and I'm gonna move these guys up that way.
Aren't holding.
It's really just the recusants that are over here. How long is this stream gonna go on for? It's been 2 hours so far, so I think probably this battle and then maybe another one. I'm basically trying to record 2 episodes at once, 2 or 3, since the RimWorld thing is done now. But
Awaiting your command. Commence attack.
Crews are online. Enemies in range.
we're getting close to that, so. Stayed in Byward Market. Yeah, Byward Market's pretty nice. I had a friend who had an apartment there
Awaiting command.
for a while.
Yes, sir.
And I brought one of my friends from Niagara
Enemy forces
down
engaged.
here
We're in position.
because I still had my apartment, even though when I was staying with my parents, I still had my apartment for all but the last few months. So I
We're here. What
made a
is it?
few trips up here. It was like the most expensive vacations ever because I was paying full rent cost.
Orders, sir.
But
Star Cruiser here.
Target locked.
we went through the market and it was pretty late.
By.
And she got like
Target sighted.
one of the people that were begging for money just like
Copy.
tried to shove her.
Star Cruiser standing by. Target.
So many.
Cannons armed.
So yeah, just be careful when you're
Frequency open.
in some of those places at night.
Cruiser here. Enemies in range. Powering engines.
Cruiser standing by. Ready, sir.
Gonna lose one of the
Roger that.
lictors.
Attack.
I need help here.
These vultures are doing a lot more damage than I thought they would.
Roger that. Attacking target.
Blasted nerf herders. Locking target.
Alright, there's the first one.
Form up.
Executing orders.
I can't maneuver. Roger that. Shields are
Guys, keep focusing on that.
Form up. Fire.
You can take out those carriers.
Form up.
Alright,
Form up.
making progress.
One on me. I can't see him.
When I worked, so when I got my job at McDonald's, like I finished my degree, and then the first job I was able to get was at McDonald's while I was looking for other stuff, which took like a year and a half to find something better. But I basically told them my availability was I was available
Open fire.
24/7 basically, so whenever they wanted to schedule me. The only thing was that I couldn't get to work in time for like 7 a.m. on Sunday because the buses didn't run.
Attacking target.
So naturally, like if they wanted to schedule me from like 12 a.m. to 7 a.m., they could, because I could get there at 11 p.m. and I could leave after 7, but really I just couldn't get there for like 2 or 3 hours Sunday morning, otherwise I'd have to walk.
Waiting instructions.
And so naturally the first shifts they scheduled me for were Saturday and Sunday from 6 till 2. So I ended up having to walk to work for an hour and a half because I didn't want to miss my first day.
Awaiting orders.
And on the way there to, I guess it would have been my second shift then,
Right away.
I got mugged. I wasn't happy about that.
An excellent target.
So they only took my phone,
Targeting.
but it ended up costing me like
We've got them in our scope.
my first
Cruiser here. Let's go.
week or two of pay at my job
Copy.
to replace the phone.
Location confirmed.
Reporting in.
So I was pretty salty about that. Okay.
I copy.
Cruiser online.
I wish you would come over here.
Reporting.
You guys gotta go over there.
Full power.
Ready. Firing.
Awaiting command.
Target acquired.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
Like, I got there,
Closing on target.
called the police to report it,
Initiating.
and then I asked my manager, like, I got mugged, can I leave so that I can go
Your orders, sir.
replace my phone, because everyone I know is in,
Yes, Commander.
like,
Yes, Commander.
in the falls, and I want to make sure that I have that all taken care of. Like,
Ready.
oh no, well, we still need you,
Move
so,
to attack.
Shields are down.
Attack.
okay,
Cruiser
well,
standing by.
fuck you guys. Did we get the phone back? No, so, basically, if your phone gets stolen, there's not much they're going to be able to do for it. Like, I understood when I reported it to them that I wasn't going to get it back. I just wanted to make sure I reported it.
Roger that.
Move
But-
to attack. Star Cruiser here.
I also wanted to make sure I got the model number and stuff reported, so if it ever did get reactivated, it at least would be useless to whoever stole it.
Star Cruiser standing by.
is in my sights.
Awaiting orders.
I think that was like an iPhone 4, so that was the last iPhone I ever had.
Awaiting your
I switched to Android after that. Much better. Well, Mektar, the Phoenix Rising economy scale is very different. So even though I have 34,000 credits, that's not really a huge amount with the way the mod works. Because you're paying like 20,000 credits for an acclimator, I think it was.
Executing orders.
Damn, dude.
Copy.
Much worse than my phone. Yeah, actually, that was the phone I had. I had a custom Thrawn's Revenge case made for it,
Awaiting orders.
and
Excellent target. We've got them in our scopes.
they ended up with that too. So
Target acquired. Yes, Commander. Men, prepare for
we'll have to get over to the XQ. I was hoping we'd narrow down these fights a little bit more, but
Order
yeah.
acknowledged.
I guess we'll try to stay grouped.
Awaiting orders.
I copy. Got him now. Reporting.
Move out.
Copy. Fire at will. I copy. This way.
Yes, sir.
Get information now.
Okay, so it's just the vultures that are trying to kill us now. I don't think they'll be able to kill anything. There's not enough of them left. We did lose a few units in this, but we basically control this entire section of the galaxy now, so I was pretty sure that should be worth it. Yeah, I'm not going to go looking for the guys who mugged me, so I don't want that opportunity. They can keep that opportunity.
We're on our way.
It gave me the opportunity to go to Android, which I do like better than iPhone. But it did also mean like all of my music library was gone because iTunes. But now I have like Spotify and Google Play, so it's good.
We are victorious.
This fleet doesn't actually have any fighters bombers. Right, so we lost one of our lectors, a CR-90, Carrack, and Dreadnought, and 5 IPVs. Eh. Oh wait, that opens up to more. That's...
En route.
Mission log.
I thought that would be up that way, but no. Ooh. Okay, got a Venator. Your actions have been satisfactory. Our scientists have put together a few new weapons that I need tested. I will require a full report. So we get 2 Venators. 2 whole Venators. EA Sports. It's in the game. So I guess I'll park you guys on Veggie as well.
Location confirmed.
I somehow feel like our...
Let's go.
Enemy fleet approaching.
You're coming into Spare. Spare. I want you to go over there.
Going. I'm en route.
Tactical battle imminent.
Rip. They're on a much faster hyperlane. Okay, let's see if we can take out Veggie. Probably gonna, no, it was I don't know if they had any weapons, but there were 4 of them, and it was 4 a.m. And so when people are threatening you and they outnumber you by that much, and they only wanted the phone, so I figured if I tried to fight back and lost, or if I tried to run and they caught me, then chances were higher. They were probably going to go for other stuff, but as it was, like, okay, just take the phone and leave. That's my general advice if anyone ever tries to rob you or mug you. Give them what they're asking for. Don't get shot.
Copy.
Or stabbed. Or punched. Stuff can be replaced. Sometimes.
Moving out. Moving out.
Blood is much harder to replace. Alright, so they had an MTT here.
As you wish.
I don't know if they have anything else I'm that concerned about here.
Yes, sir.
Or how many structures they had, because I didn't send a scout first. Or a pro droid, rather.
Copy that.
But I don't think, since they're independents, I'm not worried about them.
Transport ready.
Where am I needed?
You guys get in there. You guys get in there.
Who's the target?
You guys get in
Roger
there.
that.
You guys get up there.
Juggernaut ready.
Sweet custom item. Actually, I've
Armored transport ready.
since I've started using Spotify, I've really loved the daily mixes they do. Found a lot of bands that I really like through that.
Heading out.
So
Awaiting orders.
iTunes never did that for me. I don't know if it does it now. That was probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I didn't get that. Repeat the order. We'll lead the assault.
Okay, MTT is just sitting there, waiting. Good night. This is Empire War, Jesse, with the Phoenix Rising mod.
They won't expect us.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, let's see what else they have here.
What do you need?
I don't seem to have that much.
Armed and ready.
You're gonna get over there.
Choose your reinforcements.
Systems operation.
Just walk up the hill. There is some infantry coming up there.
Reporting in. Going. En route.
Yeah, moving
Okay,
out.
get in the bike, or not the bike.
Reporting.
Get in the Juggernaut. It's not a... wow. Yeah, that's rough going.
Attack sensors are engaged.
Oh, MZ8. Blow it up.
What are your
Okay,
orders?
you're gonna go up there.
At your command.
You guys come and kill the droid works.
Orders understood. The Canada's locked on the enemy.
Awaiting orders. Let's go.
Yes, Commander. We are ready and waiting. Let's go.
Did the other MTT, did it go north?
Keep going.
I think if we just walk through here, we're
Copy.
fine.
Keep
I'm gonna try to
going.
collapse onto that droid works, and then we'll go handle... oh, here it is.
Attack! Attack!
I copy.
Attack!
This way. Reporting.
So droid works and elite barracks are actually both here.
Yes, sir. Over there. Transport here.
I mean, any city you go to is gonna have,
Weapons loaded.
especially at night,
Over there.
Transport
some more
ready.
dangerous areas.
Juggernaut ready. Armored transport ready.
When I got mugged, it was, I lived in a neighborhood called, or near a neighborhood called Vanier.
Destination
Or,
set.
I guess not really a neighborhood, it's a pretty big section of the city.
Targeting.
But it was
Fire.
generally accepted as one of the rougher parts of Ottawa.
Reporting
Your
in.
orders? Right away, sir.
What are your orders? Proceeding. At your command. On my way.
Okay, let's finish off the barracks. And
Roger that.
you guys are not actually hitting anything.
Opening fire on the enemy now. Form up. Almost there. Heading out.
You guys can take out that vehicle
Awaiting
factory.
orders. Moving out.
I'm gonna try to grab one of those build pads for us, so we can build a
As you wish.
repair pad. Oh,
Right
that
away.
one's dead.
Copy that.
Awaiting orders.
So many
Copy.
MZ8s.
Heading out. I copy. Reporting. Going.
Let's go in behind
Yes,
him.
sir.
You two can stay there.
Transport here. Transport ready. Juggernaut ready. Armored transport ready. Ready. Cannons charged. Yes, Commander.
Alright, now that we're close enough, I'm gonna try to get that build pad.
Armed and ready. Attack!
Where's the job?
We'll take that out, then we'll take out the pulse cannon, then we'll come up this way. Because we're pretty much taking out the barracks already. Transport taxi here, just casually rolling backwards. Well, the juggernauts can technically go either way.
Fire! What are your orders?
They go both ways.
At your command. Attack that target.
They won't survive.
Because really, this is...
Awaiting orders.
It depends on the juggernaut model, but
En route.
Reinforcements.
sometimes that's the front, technically.
I copy. Let's go.
Moving out.
Keep going. This way. Attacking target. Reporting.
Okay, get back in there.
Yes, sir. Over there. Transport here. Acknowledged.
Then after we have Veggie, I'm gonna try to consolidate over here a little bit more.
Fire at will.
We'll build up over here and we'll focus on expanding a bit more in the east. You can go your own way. What's Corey's advice for someone going to college in almost a week? Well,
Attacking.
first,
Now they're mine.
enjoy it. Try to get involved with stuff, especially if you're moving there.
Juggernaut ready.
Like,
Destination.
if you're still living at home and you're going to be in your hometown, it's a little bit different. But if you are moving to a different place for college, then I definitely recommend doing all the, like the Frosh Week events, getting to know people that way, and any like clubs and stuff you can join.
Armored transport.
If there's anything you're interested, just join a club for it,
On my way. Moving to attack.
Cover me.
Targeting.
As you
because that's easily the best way to meet people.
Yes, Commander.
Get that. Repeat the order. What?
Armed and ready. Reporting in.
And don't be too intimidated by the classes.
Cannons charged.
It's always weird at first because there's like
Operational.
18,000 people in the classrooms, but
What are your orders? Attack!
once you get used to just how crowded it can be, it's nice.
Fire!
sounds like a plan.
Enemy has been defeated.
But I really enjoyed university, so
Planetary control achieved.
just try to do stuff that you find interesting. Try to look into everything they have that they offer, just so you don't miss any opportunities.
Building started. Construction complete.
Okay, we got all that. I'm gonna drop you guys down there. And I'm gonna build a planetary turbo laser here. Actually, I'll build two. Get that faster cooldown. And I'm gonna check out what's going on at Megiddo. I think Eris and Megiddo, they've probably captured like both for the rebels. So upgrade to Army Troopers 2. Upgrade to A5 Juggernauts.
Progress.
And we can actually handle that. I don't know so much about the ground stuff. Actually, no, I think we can. So maybe we'll leave this. Is that Brandi? No. Alright, where was Thrawn? Thrawn is still over there. I'm going to send him to Yega Minor, because I think that'll have the facilities we need to upgrade him. Where are you, Thrawn? Why can't I find you?
Beginning
I'm
construction.
going to upgrade the space colony there. I guess I need ISTs researched for his next upgrade. Let's actually go over to Mon Calamari. And we'll invest in some Vindicator research.
Researching.
Yeah, because we're making 25,000 a week. We're probably going to be making, for now, money faster than we're going to be able to actually spend it at the moment. I mean, we can spend it faster, our main production planets are already full. So let's go for Megiddo. Alright, actually, since we are closing into like 2 hours 10 minutes, so I think that's going to do it for now. So like I said, next week we are going to be back, same time, same bat channel. So about 5 p.m. on next Thursday, we're going to be back for the continuation of this series. I'm going to be putting up this stream as the first 2 or 3 episodes, probably 3, over the course of the next week. And we're going to do the whole thing live. Bob's going to be here for a lot of it. So hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Hope to see you next week. And I will see you later. Bye, everyone.